morning, Mrs. Coryell's class. Today we finished the 1.6 lesson on estimating products. Can you guys round and estimate products?
Yes.
Great. Estimating. Estimating is to find out what? About how much, about how many. And we use two things to help us find out about how much. We use what?
Rounding.
And we use rounding. I think we're cool with rounding. We know how to do that. We'll review it in just a second. Benchmarks, though, are kind of new to a lot of us. A benchmark is a well-known number that is what?
Easy to calculate with.
It's easy to calculate with. It's a number that works well with maybe another number. Compatible numbers would actually be what I just said, numbers that work well together. Quick question, is 24 and 97/100ths a benchmark?
No.
Is 25 a benchmark?
Yes.
When rounding, there are two things we need to remember when rounding. When rounding, if the number that is after the rounding number, if it's a 5 or above, we give it a
Shove.
If the number after the rounding number is 4 and below, we
Leave it alone.
Wow, let's look at this one right here, shall we? It says round to the nearest 100. What number in 594 is in the hundreds place?
5.
Do I expect you to underline the number we're rounding?
Yes.
Do I expect you then to draw an arrow to the boss or the next number?
Yes.
I do. Now, the next number is a 9. Is 9 5 or above?
Yes.
So should I give my 5 a shove?
Yes.
So what does the 5 become?
6.
What happens to the last two numbers after my rounding number?
0.
Now, if we are rounding to the nearest 100 yet again, I underlined my 5. I drew an arrow to the boss is a 4. What does it tell the 5 to do?
Leave it alone.
So I leave it a 5 and change my last two numbers to a zeros, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Last one, number 9. We need to know how to estimate because of two reasons. Estimating helps us to see if our real answer is reasonable. Estimating helps us also do the math. Is 24 times 39 something you can do in your brain?
No.
I can't. I don't think most of us can. But if I want to get like an idea or an estimate of what 24 times 39 is, do we know what 24 is really close to? What's it really close to?
25.
What do we know 39 is really close to?
40.
Now, 25 times 40, is that something you could do in your head?
Yes.
I think you can do 25 times 4, 25, 50, 75, 100, right?
Yes.
And I think we can add a 0 onto the end of that, right?
Yes.
So 100 with an extra 0 gives us what?
1,000.
Now, if I say, you know what, I need you to actually multiply 24 times 39, can you do that?
Yes.
So Akshat, is 24 times 39, which I think we got 936, is that pretty close to 1,000?
Yes.
So was that a reasonable answer?
Yes.
It's a pretty reasonable answer. Does it make sense what I'm talking about?
Yes.
What's this thing right here called?
A T-chart.
Estimate and
Actual.
estimate and actual. On the left side, we have an estimate. So the problem was 3 8/10 times 6 2/2. What is 3 8/10 really close to? It's about 4, right? What is 6 2/2 really close to?
6.
It's about 6, right? What's 4 times 6?
24.
Oh my God, 24, right? So do you think that this product, if I had to actually multiply it out, do you think it should multiply it out? Do you think it should be pretty close to the number 24?
Yes.
When we did it, we got 22 and 876 thousandths. Are those two numbers close?
Yes.
Would you say they're reasonable?
Yes.
Does this make sense?
Yes.